So the Chaotix case files have casted more than just Tangle and Whisper. I never thought this would happen. This was not at all like in my bingo card in the slightest, but not only have we now gotten official voices for Tangle and Whisper, who are two comic book characters, we got official voices for Gemerl and Vanilla, which now that I think about it, I'm like, yeah, they don't have voices. They don't, because they've appeared in games where they don't speak. So yeah, Gemerl and now Vanilla now have voice actors officially in the newest episode of the Chaotic Case Files. So we have Alejandro Saab is the voice of Gemerl, and Jenny Yokobori is the voice of Vanilla. Alejandro is he's a very, very good voice actor. I love him. I think he's a really good voice actor. So the fact that he is now Gemerl is really cool. He's also a Sonic fan, so seeing him, get cast in a role like this, I imagine is like a dream come true for the guy. The video will come out now and it'll be outdated, but I personally thought Alejandro would have made a good voice for Shadow. But now he's Gemerl, so oh well. But he put out a tweet about this where he can say, "I've waited nearly 2 years to say this. I am beyond honored to announce I voiced Gemerl in the Chaotix Case Files. Thank you so much to Sonic, Sega, Ian Jones right there, Chris, oh yeah, of course, Chris, the lore manager for Sonic, and Studiopolis for having me. I still can't believe this is real." There he is, baby! He's finally there! Good for him, man. I'm so happy for him. And we have his first debut voice lines right here, if I can get it to play.
These days, certain mother and daughter, well.
Gemerl, I've got to say, buddy, you are a sight for sore, bruised, banged-up eyes tonight.
Analysis. Multiple contusions detected. Interrogative. Why did you crash your helicopter into the ground?
So that's like a really good voice. And it's just, I can hear his voice in there, but he does it great, right? But now we also have Vanilla's, which I found on YouTube, because I couldn't find a tweet. So here's Vanilla's voice.
Banged up, though.
That's SPO.
You wouldn't happen to have a first aid kit?
Of course. Come inside, come inside. You can tell us what's going on while we see to those cuts and scrapes.
So, yeah, that's a very motherly voice, and it fits her very well. That's what I imagined her voice would sound like. So, on the whole, I think both the castings are great. I think they're perfect. They fit the characters perfectly. Very well done. So, just to give you guys a bit of a background on them all, like I did for Tangle and Whisper as well. So, here is Alejandro's Wikipedia, which kind of goes through his stuff. So, as you can see, he from the get-go, this man has had, like, so many goddamn roles. So I'm just gonna scroll. You can just look at that. He's in Gamers. That's freaking awesome. My First Girlfriend is a Gal. King's Game. The new Sakura. All right. Tokyo Ghoul Re. Like all that type of stuff. He's in Rising a Shield Hero there. I think the first time I ever saw him, like, fully noticed it was his voice, right? And, like, now I know what you sound like, was Horimiya, where he plays Miyamura. That's the first time for me where I'm like, oh, I know this voice. Like, oh, yeah, you're Miyamura from Horimiya. That's when I first started to realize, oh, it's him, right? He's in 86, How a Realist Hero Rebuilt the Kingdom, which is a pretty good show, I would say. Oh, he's in Bastard? Really? Okay. All right. He's in Beast Tamer? Oh, damn, okay. I did not hear your voice in Beast Tamer, sir. The Wrong Way to Use Healing Magic. Kaiju number 9. Yeah, he's Kaiju number 9 and Kaiju number 8, which is where that's when I heard his voice. I'm like, oh, yeah, that's Miyamura. He's in Oshinoko, Windbreaker, Togenanki. That's where I also heard his voice in Togenanki. So there he is. And if we go to video games, he's got even more here. He is Yuri Leclerc in Fire Emblem 3 Houses and 3 Hopes. He's in Grand Blue Fantasy. He's in Final Fantasy 7 Remake. We have Stranger Paradise. Yeah, he was Jed in Final Fantasy Origin, which I played on the channel. You should go watch. He's Rune Factory 5, Genshin Impact right there, Cyberpunk 2077, God of War Ragnarok, Octopath Traveler 2, Honkai Star Rail, The Legend of Heroes Trail series, Eternights. He is Chani in Evernight. Eternights actually has a pretty stacked cast, by the way. For, like, being a kind of indie game, the cast is really fucking really fucking good, to be honest. At Persona 3 Reload, he's now the new voice of Akihiko, which is where I kind of got Shadow vibes from for a bit. Zenless Zone Zero, Unicorn Overlord, and he is now currently the voice of Deadpool in Marvel Rivals. So there's that too. So yeah. And then now down here, Sonic the Hedgehog, the Chaotix Case Files, he is Gemerl. So hopefully going forward, if Gemerl shows up in games, my man will be able to voice him. And then if we go to Jenny. Now Jenny, I actually don't know too much about her voice. Like if we go down the list here, I actually don't have too much about Jenny that I know of. The one where I'm like, oh, is she voices Futaba in the Rascal Does Not Dream dubs, which have come out recently. And I was like, oh, really? Because in Futaba, she's very low monotone because that's how Futaba is. I'm like, oh, okay. But I mean, as you heard, because she's an actress, she can do a bunch of different voices. Duh, that's what makes a good actress. So if you look at her voices here, she's also in Genshin, but not a lot where it's like, okay, I know that voice, right? Not a lot where I'm like, yeah, Jenny would have been a good voice. Like there, she's in Realist Hero. But yeah, I definitely don't know Jenny too much than I do Alejandro. I know Alejandro way more because I've just heard him in a lot more. He's been in a lot more stuff, and I just like his voice acting a lot more. So I definitely know a bit more about him than I do her. But, I mean, she did a good voice. So, I mean, hey, as long as she did a great voice, I'm all for that. I really am all for that. So, that is that. We have Vanilla and Gemerl now have voices. Really good. Really happy about that. I think the voices fit the characters. And we're getting a lot of voice casting news for Sonic lately, huh? Tangle and Whisper, now Gemerl and Vanilla. So we got like 4 on like the mainline side. And then we have now Amy cast in the movies. This is going very well. I'm liking all this new stuff. So let me know what you guys think about this casting in the comments down below. And I'll see you guys all next time.